In dealing with cult psychology, I think it's very important that we first define the word cult. Now, the definition of cult is going to really depend upon who you are and your viewpoints on what the word means. You know, many different people have different viewpoints of what the word means. Basically, a cult is a social group that has certain beliefs and certain practices that are considered to be outside the mainstream thinking. Now, that could simply mean that one particular church group, one particular religious group does not agree with another. So then sometimes they consider one another cults. But actually, the word cult now has taken such a negative connotation that oftentimes it is used to refer to newer religious groups. Groups that just come on the scene and there's a new religion springing up. And so oftentimes because people don't understand them, they label them cults. Sometimes rightfully so, but sometimes not necessarily the case. But oftentimes we see that in cults, usually there is a prominent person that would stand up, the leader, and would seem to have an unusual effect upon the believers. Oftentimes we see the ability to brainwash and a lot of manipulation going on. People have a tendency to believe or want to believe something. I believe we all have been born with this innate desire to worship something. And oftentimes we see in cults that leaders take advantage of those very things. And so there is this leading of people to cater to their own desires and their own will, which is what I believe is very dangerous in the cults. So when we're talking about the mindset or the mentality of cults, oftentimes these things go. We find a very desire for people to want to belong to something, so much to sometimes it's to their detriment.